morning. Now, this is how the story came to me. I'm merely passing it on to you. It happened at the edge of a small town where there was a big old pecan tree just inside the cemetery fence. One day, a couple of boys filled a bucket full of pecans and sat down by the tree, out of sight, and began dividing the nuts. One for you, one for me. One for you, one for me. Well, while they were counting, several pecans dropped and rolled down toward the fence. Another boy came riding along the road on his bicycle. As he passed, he thought he heard voices from inside the cemetery, so he slowed down to investigate. Sure enough, he heard, one for you, one for me. One for you, one for me. He just knew that he knew what it was. He jumped back on his bike and rode off. Just around the bend, he met an old man with a cane hobbling along. He told the old gentleman what he'd heard, that Satan and Jesus were dividing up souls just inside the cemetery walls. Come and see for yourself. The old man said, "Can't you see how hard it is for me to walk?" But the boy insisted, so the old man hobbled toward the cemetery fence. Sure enough, as they stood by the fence, they heard it, clear as day. One for you, one for me. One for you, and one for me. The old man whispered, "Boy, you've been telling the truth. Let's see if we can see the Lord." They were both shaking with fear as they peered through the fence. However, they were still unable to see anything. They both gripped the wrought iron bars of the fence tighter and tighter as they tried to get a glimpse of what they thought was the Lord. And at last they heard, "One for you, one for me. I guess that's all of 'em, except the nuts by the fence. Let's get 'em. Then we'll be done." They say the old man, the one who hobbled along, barely able to walk, made it back to town a full 5 minutes ahead of the boy on the bicycle. I laughed at that story when I first heard it a bunch of years ago. I thought it was humorous then, and I think it's humorous now. But the more I thought of the scenario, one for you, one for me, the more I realized that something is here which needs to be addressed. In the matter of pecans, who cares which boy gets the most? But in the matter of eternal souls, well, friend, that happens to be something else. I'm Larry Hatfield. Good day.